161. There are no signs of superhumanity in the environment. On the contrary, the man, by the pressure of the masses, seems to tend to become more emaciated, less individual, more social and, probably, more mediocre. Pío Baroja, 1872–1956, Spanish writer. 162. The mass overwhelms everything that is different, egregious, individual, qualified and select. Who is not like everyone, who does not think like everyone else risks being eliminated. Ortega y Gasset, 1883–1955, Spanish philosopher. 163. If the mass was the number and if the number decided the formation of the governments, then the governments were by definition affected the same damage as the mass. Santos Juliá, 1940. Spanish historian. 164. In the orb, since the year 1700 there have been around 100 million deaths in armed conflicts. With the approval, for the first time, of the abortion in the USSR of Lenin in 1920, there have been 1,500 million intrauterine murders. J. M. Mora, 1968. Spanish author. 165. Mass is the average man. In this way what was merely quantity the crowd becomes a qualitative determination, it is the common quality, it is the social most, it is man insofar as it is not different from other men, but repeats itself a generic type. Ortega y Gasset, 1883–1955, Spanish philosopher. 166. Little suitable for reasoning, the masses are shown, on the contrary, very capable for action. The current organization turns its strength into immense. The dogmas that we see being born will soon have acquired the power of the old conceptions, that is to say, the tyrannical and sovereign force that remains out of discussion. The divine right of the masses replaces the divine right of kings. Gustave Le Bon, 1841–1931, French sociologist. 167. The danger of the new democracies lies in the growing difficulty for thinking men to escape obsession and fascination. It is very dangerous to descend in a campaign of immersion in a very rough sea. The leading individualities, which our contemporary societies highlight, and the powerful influence that they exert, probably preferable to the cruelty of the acephalous multitudes, already constitutes a denial to the theory of the creative masses. What will preserve the destruction and democratic leveling of the intellectual and artistic peaks of humanity will not be, I believe, recognition for the good that the world owes them, the just assessment of the cost of their discoveries. What will it be then? I want to believe that it will be your strength of resistance. Gabriel Dard, 1843–1904, French sociologist. 168. Everything that destructive liberalism has of the past suggests to me, the struggle against religious and nobility prejudices, the expropriation of communities, taxes against inheritance, everything that pulverizes past society, produces a great joy. On the other hand, what liberalism has as a builder, universal suffrage, democracy, parliamentarism, seems ridiculous and ineffective. Pío Baroja, 1872–1956, Spanish writer. 169. Lincoln deconstruction, democracy is the government of imbeciles, by imbeciles and imbeciles. J. M. Mora, 1968. Spanish author. 170. The advent of the masses will mark perhaps one of the last stages of Western civilizations, a return to those periods of confused anarchy that precede the emergence of new societies. Gustave Le Bon, 1841–1931, French sociologist.